Let's get through. So I'm hopping in here impromptu because I said that this year I was going to share more often. Just kind of impromptu, not really scheduling all the time. Just hopping on here and when I have a thought to share with my community. I am in the process of transitioning. Due to some of the political nature, I am really trying to use more Google, YouTube, my blog, and some things, and really kind of just move and limit my, how shall I say it, my reliance on Facebook due to some comments that Mark, excuse me, Mark Zuckerberg made. I'm not his biggest fan, and you probably are not as well. So I'm going to be transitioning probably by the summer, end of the school year, to other platforms that basically um, match my values and what I believe in, just dealing with humanity. And that I can sum it up like that. So, but anyway, I wanted to jump on here because I have started a new venture called the Gap Closer. I am excited about the Gap Closers membership. It's a small membership. Right now, I'm allowing people. I think I'm going to open it back up for people to join. It's a beta group. If you don't know what that means that I'm building the content and you get it for a real low price because it is $7 a month to be a part of it. What the Gap Closers membership aims to do, the problem that it aims to solve is lack of content knowledge, which knowing the math for teachers and closing gaps and instructional pedagogy. That's your instructional strategies and to how to teach these things. So that's what this gap closers membership is. I'm going to put the link. I said I wasn't going to put the link, but I'm going to put the link in there in the comment section for people. I'm going to open it back up and see if there are people, because I've advertised it as we were coming back from the break. I don't think that gave people enough time. So I'm going to open it back up and see if there are other people that want to join. But I'm excited about this because it gives me an opportunity to support teachers in a different way. At first, when I created the Math Intervention Academy, which is comprehensive support, it serves as a different type of support for teachers. But the gap closers is really for teachers who really need some instructional strategies. This is a need in the educator community, but a lot of teachers don't want to pay for it. So that's why it's so low for teachers to be able to pay for it. And once it's completed, which I'm hoping to have it all done by the summer to do an official launch to get more people in. I am looking to increase the price on it. And the people that are in it that join it now will stay at the $7 because I feel like it's going to be something really valuable, because what I'll be doing is giving you insight and support from a veteran teacher that a lot of teachers don't have on campus. But you might be asking, well, why did I choose gap closers? Well, I chose gap closer, and if I'm looking this way, I'm about to share this with my Facebook group, which will probably no longer be in a few months, because I'm going to move everybody over to my free resources, and those who don't move, I'm going to shut this group down, and all of my groups off of Facebook. So let me share this right quick. So a gap closer, I did that because I realized one of the things that I have that's unique for me and is not really unique to a lot of teachers is that I generally have a gap closer's mindset. And that gap closer's mindset is basically I create lessons knowing that there are going to be issues. That's a gap closer mindset. Um, I don't think a lot of teachers really understand that. Like you should anticipate issues, and there are going to be issues, especially if you're working with populations that, well, special populations. You should be going into lessons understanding that, look, you should plan for pitfalls. And what I explained in my membership, I was creating a video today, is it's like the pothole theory. So I was compared it to the city of Houston. I live in Houston, and Houston is not the best place for roads. So the city of Houston takes the cheap route, as many large urban school districts do. I mean, urban cities do. And they have these potholes. They fill them with asphalt. So when you're thinking about your lesson, think about it as a pothole. Before your lesson, you even created and you're all excited about going to teach the kids this new stuff. It's designed, it's going to fall apart if you don't fill the potholes before your lesson is created. Like that's what you need to do. So the asphalt are dependent on what you fill your gaps, which are the potholes for your lesson with. It can be designed where you try to fill it with asphalt instead of putting something stronger in there, which are your experiences, your activities, front loading. All of those things strengthen the material in the hole so that a car can drive over. And in this case, so that the students' understanding can smoothly go to the other side, which is the on grade level content. Well, a lot of teachers don't seem to understand that your lesson, you have kids on different levels. And the way that I plan my lessons, I always look at the kids who are struggling. So if the kids are struggling, I put things in there to target certain groups of students. That goes back to tiering your class. If you don't know who's in your class, then that's a problem because your lesson is designed to do nothing. You're just teaching and delivering. Those lessons, that's what sets teachers apart. Teachers are actually people, we're supposed to close gaps. We're supposed to know how to get kids over those potholes in those lessons because they're there. You may not see them, and that's where I come in the gap closer membership. I help you with my understanding of it and to help you move quickly, because what I do know about this hotbed of public education is that they're not giving you all enough time. And that's why this Gap Closers membership is needed in the Math Intervention Academy, because you don't have time. You don't have time. You don't have the support. You don't have the support because people like me are leaving the profession. I just haven't left yet. So I want to be a part of the solution and not part of the problem, to help teachers like yourself, if you're watching this, through the gap closers and help you all build a gap closing mindset, especially when you're working with special populations. So that's why this live stream was titled, Do You Have a Gap Closer Mindset? Do you basically create your lessons and know that they're going to fall apart, because I know it. I know when my lessons are going to fall apart. I have a high emerging bilingual class group of students this year. So guess what? When I know it's a whole bunch of text, I know that it's going to fall apart. I already know that. You know why? Because I know where they are in their English language proficiency. And they're not with their native peers. Not that some of their native peers are much better. So, but yes, do you have a gap closer mindset? And that's the issue that I see with teachers. And let me go ahead. I'm trying to let me log out of that. Um, so that's the question. Are you creating lessons with students in mind? So like I create lessons that have certain students in mind. And this thing is not, I don't know why it's not. Um, and that's that. So I wanted to hop on here and pose that question. I know we've been in thaw out mode. We haven't been to school because we had 2 snow days. Yeah, it snowed for 2 days. We got about 2 inches of snow in Houston. So as you go back and as we approach test prep, are you closing gaps, or are you just up there standing and delivering? It's just bouncing off, and kids are just grabbing what they can get from it to make sense from it. That's what happens when you don't pay for those potholes. But I'm gonna have a graphic. I'm looking for one to show my pothole theory and thought process of what gaps are. So thank you all for tuning in. If you're watching this on the replay, I'm gonna drop the link in the comment section. So if you want to be a part of helping me to build out this membership for a low, low, low price, it's not free. It's not free. It costs me a lot of money to host my content on Podia. It's almost $100 a month, so that's almost 1,200 a year. So you can do the math. So it's not free. It's not going to be free, but what I can say, tell you, it's accessible, and it will help you get through whatever you're going through at your school. If you're having pedagogy or content knowledge issues, or knowing what to teach for the math. So thank you for tuning in. Be on the lookout for some of my other videos, and I'll see you on my next live stream. Bye bye.